Hi, my name is Dr. Ranchler, and I'll be one of the people teaching the video game physics class. I'd like to go through what you're going to do on the first day of class in this video so that you have some idea about what it is you're going to do. All right. I'm not going to go through the actual programming of it. That's what you're going to do in class. Dr. Lang and I will be wandering around helping you. But the first thing I want to do is just give you an idea about how you're going to start. All right. And how you're going to start is you're going to click on this Python XY button or some other button, right, depending on how you installed your Python. If you're in the lab using one of the lab computers, this is how I've set up the lab computers to run. You double click on the Python XY button, then you're going to choose an application as your editor. And I use, you get this list. I use SciTE, so I didn't have to change it because it remembers for me. Then you press the little check mark and you get this screen here. This isn't actually what you want to use. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up something. What you want is this completely different template, right? And the first thing you do when you get something like this is you don't want to overwrite the template. You don't want to overwrite old work. You want to save it as something else. And in this case, what we are asking you to do, what I'm asking you to do, is to put your name here, Dr. Ranchler, with the version number 1.py. You have to put the py in there so that SciTE knows that it's a Python program that you're using, and then you save it. All right, and then you'll be fine. You'll be ready to go. Now, like I said, you can look at all of these different languages. Here they are. You could possibly use all these different languages if you with SciTE if you did the right thing for them. We haven't done that. Now, I'm not going to use this particular thing for you. What I'm going to do is I've programmed this demo, and it's right here in this pull-down list. So I'll just load it up that way. That's another way you can load things if you've already done it. And I can close this thing just by right-clicking and then pressing close. Everything's gone. I only have the thing that I want here. The demo here is a little bit different from the thing you're going to use, and that's because I've modified it so that I can step through it and show you all the different steps one by one, rather than just show you the end product or have to actually program it as I go. So I pressed I pressed go. You go Tools, Go makes it run. Another way to do that is F5. And now I have this Pygame window, which is executing this code in here. So all this code here is making this program in this window run, which is called Pygame window. I'll have to change that for your thing, but yeah, I'm not going to change it for this one. You can change this title. You can even change the little icon if you'd like. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to just get the text, and now for something completely different, and put it on the screen using the screen print command that's part of the game class. All right, so I've got a bunch of special code that'll do things a little bit easier than Pygame. This is one of the things that I've done. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Then you're going to change the position of that thing so that the upper left-hand corner is going to sit there in the center of the screen. So the upper left-hand corner of this text, which is right here, is right in the center of the screen. So that's what the first thing is. After that, you're going to change that so that you randomize that position, and it's going all over the place. So you see that's going really fast. You can't really tell where it is. I'm not sure what this is going to look like on a video. In fact, it looks pretty bad just on my screen, and the videos are always worse. So then we're going to slow that down. This has a random weight, and this thing's moving around slowly. So after you've done this, what you're going to do is you're going to sort of change the size, I think. So you see that I'm changing the size each step of the text, and it's moving around doing its thing. After that, that's kind of cool, but we'd also like to change the color maybe. And so now we can change the color as well. That's the next thing you're going to do. It's not going to be particularly difficult either. So now that you've done that, you're going to say, okay, well, I've got this stuff that's coming off of the screen. How I'm going to fix that? Well, you can fix it by putting this into 2 lines instead of just 1, and now everything's hunky-dory. So that's what we're going to do, right? And how we're going to do it, we're going to talk about in class. We're going to talk about maybe in another video, but not really for this one. For this one, we're just going to do it in class. The instructions are a little longer than the usual instructions for the course, so this should work. This has worked out fine in the other times we've run it, so this is going to be fairly straightforward. So this is what you're going to do on the first day of class. So I think it goes through most of these things, and hopefully it'll help you a little bit. The biggest problem you're going to have is syntax errors and things like that. You're going to have problems just typing things in wrong or typing things in two different ways, having a variable spelled in two different ways, using pause in one spot or position in another, things like that. And you'll just have to learn to correct them. That's the major task. That's one of the major tasks in this first third of the course, is just getting used to syntax errors and fixing them. If you can't get that done in the first third of the course, you're going to have a really hard time once we start doing all the physics stuff in the second 2/3. All right. So this is what you're going to do. It's pretty simple, but it's kind of fun because I've got all this. I've got this Python quote flashing around. Hopefully you like this. You like doing this. It is kind of fun. I enjoyed it. So I'll see you. Well, I'll see you when class starts. All right. Bye now.